Hey everyone, Christian here, and I'm going to do a video. I did a previous video on Coccothrinax identification. This is going to be on Coccothrinax identification. Now, unlike the Coccothrinax that we looked at earlier, these Coccothrinax have no provenance, and that means that the seed was just collected from a random plant or it was found with no tag. Where these originally, the other Coccothrinax had originally had tags, they were just lost. They were known to be of pure origin. So, except for a couple hybrids I pointed out that were separate from that bunch. So when they have no provenance, you don't know where they have come from, and you just have to go by the visuals. So I would say by far the most common Coccothrinax in Florida and probably most of the U.S. is going to be barbadensis or a hybrid thereof. Now, barbadensis is native to the Barbados and I think a couple other islands, and it is the most tropical looking of all of the Coccothrinax. It has a much glossier, droopier leaflet. And some of the other common Coccothrinax that you will find in Florida are going to be Miraguama and Crenita. So we're going to go over this whole line of Coccothrinax here, and we are going to see how to kind of say, hey, that this is a hybrid, but at least it has this species in it, or that species, or maybe both, or maybe we can't determine anything at all. So the closest to a pure barbadensis that I'm seeing here is going to be this plant, this palm right here. So it has, you'll see the basal fibers are quite thin. You can almost not see them, and it's kind of wet now. It rained a few hours ago. These nice droopier leaflets, you can see they're not stiff at all. And the hastula here is quite yellow, and you can see that pretty much at the base of every frond there. And it just has more of a tropical look. Looks almost like Thrinax radiata, but the way you can tell it's not a Thrinax, it doesn't have a split petiole at the base. So as we move over, this kind of has some look to it of having some droopiness to the leaflets. It does have thinner basal fibers, but you can see they're the fibers are kind of moving up onto the base of the petiole a little bit there. That's not happening on that one. And so this almost looks somewhat like a Barbadensis argentata hybrid, which I'm not sure if those actually exist, but see this yellowing color? It's a little bit different colored yellow. It's not as bright. It's more of instead of it being orange, it's more of a yellow, I guess is the best way to put that. And the segmentation is actually deeper than the other palm, and it just looks a little bit more subtropical in nature. And now going on to this one here, for example, you can see how much these leaflets not only segment, but they fold. And this is probably the most common Coccothrinax hybrid I see. You can see there's a nice silvery underside. And this is going to be more of a Barbadensis Miraguama hybrid. Now, Coccothrinax Miraguama is native to Cuba, the western area, for the most part. And its ability to hybridize with Barbadensis in Florida has caused an influx of pretty much a hybrid that's very popular, and because it grows fast, has that subtropical look, but it will grow much faster than Miraguama. Miraguama is a slow-growing palm. I think every single Cuban Coccothrinax is, at least the ones endemic to Cuba. So if we go down here a little more, there's a little bit broader leaflet. There's even more hair going on here, and the fibers are a little bit thicker. And this could have Barbadensis crossed with Miraguama. This could possibly have something like Brevicrinus or Crenita crossed with it. It's just too difficult to say. When they have this doesn't have much of a silver underside at all. So it's almost like it was back crossed with Barbadensis, because Barbadensis is one of the few Coccothrinax that has no silver underside. There's a couple others I can't remember offhand, but also you can see this, but the hastula has more of a brownish color to it. That's going to be more typical of Miraguama and other Cuban Coccothrinax. That orangey yellow is really a non-Cuban trait from what I have seen. So we go over here, and this has almost the base has almost zero Cuban aspects about it. I mean, it's a little bit more fibrous than your Barbadensis. It has the yellow, the orange yellow, but it's actually the leaflets are they're semi-stiff, I guess you could say. They're quite segmented, and they do have that folding. They're a little bit broader. This looks very much like a Miraguama leaflet. It's not pure Miraguama. The leaflets would be much stiffer. This would almost be pointy, where it would be almost painful to the touch. And we can keep on moving down here. More silvery bases. The folding of the base, the bottom of the segments can be more pronounced or less pronounced. It's really it's non-existent in barbadensis, and it's very pronounced in Miraguama and other Cuban Coccothrinax. But each one is different. Each one will have a different color to it. You know, the segmentation is going to happen at a different point. The rounding of this leaflet will go beyond 360 degrees, where this one here is right about 360, just maybe like 350 degrees. This one can go all the way around to about 380. And that'll change with every plant, every palm here. And now none of these look like pure Miraguama to me. There are some that get kind of close. This one's relatively close, but then it has the orange yellowish color that is not really too present on Miraguama. And the leaflets, although they are probably the stiffest ones in this line, just don't say Miraguama to me. Don't say anything Cuban, pure Cuban species to me. So when you buy Coccothrinax and there's a species name attached to it, other than say Barbadensis or Argentata, if it's a Cuban Coccothrinax, you really want to inspect the leaflets. Look for aspects of Cuban Coccothrinax. Usually a much stiffer leaflet, deeper segmentation, fewer segmentations, and not as colorful on the hastula. Now that's not necessarily true. There are some that do have that, but it's going to look more dulled out like this. It's not going to be bright. I don't know how the camera's picking that up. And the fibers on the leaf bases tend to be a thicker weave. They can be, in some of them they're quite thick. It's almost like a netting. I don't know. I'm going to try and find a good example of that in here. But for the most part, the less tropical the Coccothrinax looks, the more Cuban it is going to be. And there's a mixture of kind of everything in between here. So these are all been hybridized sort of in a different manner. You know, very upright leaflets on this one, and you know, very droopy ones, just a few down here. And this one seems to be growing one of the fastest, so it probably has quite a bit of barbadensis in it. So anyway, that is how to not necessarily identify, but see the differences in the hybridization process of Coccothrinax, especially in cultivation here in Florida. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel and like seeing content like this and would like to see more, go ahead and consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification. I do go live quite a bit. If you have any questions about Coccothrinax and its hybridization process and what you should expect, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to everyone as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.